Welcome to Breese Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. After a weekend of Jägermeister Cup action, we return to the USL League One regular season with the second meeting of the year between Forward Madison and the Greenville Triumph. Welcome into the broadcast booth on ESPN+. Jack Edwards with you. Well, these sides met already this year in the league back on March the 23rd. You see the scoreline 0-0 at finish, but not without some drama. Right on the doorstep of halftime, there was a penalty for Greenville. What a save from Bernd Shipman on Leo Castro, getting down to his right-hand side, kept it 0-0 entering the break, and the match would finish with a scoreless draw back at Paladin Stadium. The XG swinging heavily for Greenville, 1.23 to 0.27. Maybe deserved 3 points, but each side left it with one. Let's spotlight some players to watch entering this match here today. For the hosts, Forward Madison, Devin Boyce leads the side with 2 goals, and he's playing against his former team, who was with Greenville last year, made 29 appearances, had a goal and 3 assists across the campaign, already beating his goal mark with 2 so far in the USL League One season. Some important goals for him. His head coach, Matt Glazer, talking about the energy. He's a worker bee. He's brought great energy and great dance moves into Forward Madison. On the flip side for Greenville, they've had a great start to the new year with 4 wins from 6 in the league, and it's been led by the leading goal scorer in the league in Liam McKinnon. He's got 5 goals across 6 games. He had a really interesting 2023. He had the fastest hat trick and first 4-goal game in league history as a part of a 7-goal campaign through 29 appearances, a much better goals-to-game ratio. It's been a great start to 2024 for him. We'll see if he can continue that hot form on the road in the match here today. McKinnon and Boyce, former teammates, and there are players to watch for the match here today. The scene is set, and we're minutes away from kickoff. Greenville can add to their lead at the top of the table, while Madison are trying to stay unbeaten in the league. Lineups kickoff are coming up after this, presented by Dairyland Insurance. Don't go anywhere after this break.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget and 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
We offer a full array of dental treatment, and what that provides you as a patient is you're able to come to one place and get comprehensive care under one roof.
I've always been greeted with a smile. They know me when I call. I trust them.
We'd love to see you at Wood Creek Dental. Visit us at woodcreekdental.com.
Wanakee Soccer Club are tonight's Unity Point Health Meritor Youth Soccer Spotlight of the Night. Thank you, Madison area youth soccer clubs, for your continued support. We can show you the lineups of the match here today, brought to you by the Madison Concourse Hotel. after a heartbreaking 1-0 defeat at Lexington in the Cup last time out. There are 2 changes made by Matt Glazer's side. Nazim Bartman and Wolfgang Prentice will come into the lineup. Coming out, Christian Cheney as well as Agustin Davila. The 2 swaps there up front. The goal scorers making some tweaks around there, but that 4-4-2 shape, we spotlighted Devin Boyce. He lines up in that right midfield position, but expect Stephen Payne to be bombing forward on the overlap. It could almost look like a 3-5-2 at times. That is the lineup for the hosts, Forward Madison. On the flip side for Greenville, they already met one time this year. It was a 0-0 draw, and last time out for Greenville, it was a 1-1 draw in the Cup against Richmond. This lineup brought to you by the Madison Concourse Hotel. 3 changes rather. 2 in the outfield, 1 in goal. Christian Garner coming out of the goalkeeper spot. Gunther Rankenberg coming into his place. More on that swap in the match in a few moments. Hayden Anderson as well as Daniel Wu also making way as part of a few swaps in this 3-5-2 shape for Rick Wright in his first season as the head coach of Greenville Triumph. Those are the 2 lineups for the teams coming back into league play. See the players on the field just moments away from kickoff. It should be a good matchup between these sides. Unbeaten, top of the table Greenville, and Madison unbeaten in the league up to this point with a win and 3 draws through 4 games in the league. They're in the blue kits on the right side of your screen, heading to the left, and in the whites of Greenville heading from left to right. Jack Edwards with you in the broadcast booth as we get ourselves underway. Cushioned touch. Played up the pitch, one for Prentice to chase, gets a toe to it. Good defensive work by Jamie Smith in the corner. Villalobos gets a foot to it. Boyce challenges Gebhardt. Now here's Stephen Payne. Trying to offer the return. Bartman dropping off. And it's played back to the back line for Forward Madison. Over the top, Payne trying to make life difficult. Rankenberg off his line, he'll claim, making his 3rd start in the league. Originally, the thought process was have Gunther Rankenberg start in the Cups, have Christian Garner start in the league as Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, Forward Madison have a lead. A dream start to the match. Bartman across, Prentice powering that one through. We saw the space open up. It broke kindly, and a fantastic start to this one. Prentice on loan for a 2nd consecutive season with Forward Madison. In 9 appearances last year, had just the 1 goal. He has 1 assist already in the league this year in his first league start of 2024. Prentice opens our scoring in this one within a minute. So, how about that for a welcome to this match? Talking to Matt Glazer before this one, a big focus for him was putting balls in the back of the net, trying to convert their expected chances into goals. As Gebhardt flicks it on, Boyce trying the ball up the field, Smith stepping up to claim. Just a dream start for Madison after a frustrating match against Lexington. We mentioned it. They ended the game up 2 players, but down a goal. Lost due to a 94th minute Kalen Fox winner after red cards to both Tate Robertson and Yannick Yankum. Gebhardt stretching there, commits the foul. Smith down holding his ankle. See if any extra action is taken. It might be a quick word for Gebhardt at the very least for a foul in the early phases of the match. Here are your keys to the game. Brought to you by Burrish Group at UBS. We talked, it's a goal so quick into the game that really kind of that Greenville key almost entirely invalidated, but the clinical in front of goal already been done by Forward Madison. It was a focus for Rick Wright, was trying to get off to a strong start into the match. It's a punch to the mouth, but they have a chance now to break forward. Their first foray into the attacking third, curled into the box, over everybody, but it will come down. The shot goes over, first one by Liam McKinnon. He got under it, but he puts it over the bar. A goal within a minute before we could even show you those keys to the match. It was a focus for Greenville, coming on the road, try and make sure you don't put yourself in a hole early, but Madison have come out of the gates incredibly strongly, and they have that goal for Wolfgang Prentice just seconds into our match. Shipman playing that one forward. Now it's Macias. Payne aiming for the run of Bartman, but Smith coming across, puts it out of play. Goals so early in the match really put an interesting wrinkle into plans. How much do you change? How much does it stay the same? It's basically a full 90-minute match, but one side comes into it with a slight lead. Madison kicked off, and within a minute they forced Greenville to kick the match back off again. A few headers, it bounces, sat up for Boyce, but it's pushed away. Villalobos taking off his foot. Throw in for forward Madison. 6 points from 4 games for the home side. Glazer has wanted his side to turn some of those draws into wins. Good challenge put in there. Clean, says the referee. Smith on Bartman. The long ball forward. Aiming for the run of McKinnon. Uses his strength to hold that one off. It's pushed out of play. Throw in to come now for Greenville. Again, Wolfgang Prentice with that goal incredibly early on in our match here today. Separates the two sides. Boyce shows off his strength, wins the ball back, draws the foul. It's a free kick for Madison in their defensive third. We mentioned that stat, unbeaten in the league for forward Madison, an important caveat to being unbeaten. They have 2 defeats in their last 3 matches. 1-0, of course, against Lexington in the Jägermeister Cup last time out. In between that one and the Open Cup defeat at Chicago Fire 2 was a 2-2 draw with Richmond. They feel very good about their defensive bases after returning their entire back line from 2023, one of the best defensive units, and Bernd Shipman saw in the Open saving a penalty in that match. Good goalkeepers can win you games, they can win you points, and you can almost credit that point they got at Greenville earlier this year due to that penalty save from Shipman. Question of where will the goals come from with Christian Cheney and Augustin Davila on the bench. Well, Cheney on the bench, Davila not in the 18. You wondered where would those goals come from in today's match, and that was answered quickly. Bartman picking out Prentice. Bartman playing it to Prentice, who has it on our left side, gives it to Krull. He can serve one into the box. That one taking a big deflection up. Smith gets ahead to it to knock it down, and it's hooked upfield. No nonsense from Chilaka. Zakowski. Scarlett plays it back. Both Brendan Fricke and Mohamed Say were questionable entering this match for Greenville. Fricke good enough for the starting lineup. Mohamed Say on the bench, looking to get his first league appearance now for Greenville since coming out of Clemson. They're excited about the dynamic he can bring to their front line. It was training, it was a bit touch and go. Would he make the trip? In the end, Rick Wright and company believing that he is ready. Attempted ball there for Macias. It's a bit of applause from Bartman, but the pass goes out for the goal kick. You see the injury report ahead of this one, brought to you by UW Health Sports Medicine. Mauro Citro out with a knee injury for this match here today. Sebastian Velazquez out for Greenville. Mentioned those two that were questionable entering the game in Fricky and Say. Both of them in the 18, available for selection. In the case of Fricky, playing in the heart of defense. So both teams pretty clean in terms of their injury issues. That is your injury report, brought to you by UW Health Sports Medicine, as Krull plays it. That one almost intercepted by McKinnon, and it will bounce to Greenville. It was Castro in the press, rather. It was McKinnon who was on it in this near side. Great touch from McKinnon. Can try and put one in the box. Ends up going right to the hands of Bernd Shipman. McKinnon, we spotlighted him in his 5 goals this season so far. Had a great start to life. In year number 2 as a pro, since coming out of Villanova to Greenville. Smith gets ahead to it under the press of Gebhard. For a formidable striking partnership in McKinnon and Castro. 3 goals already this season from Castro off of a 13-goal campaign in 2023. Between the two of them, 8 goals already through their 6 games in the league. They sit top of the table with 13 points in the league. Bartman got a toe to it. It's knocked upfield. Castro, a nutmeg, but important support defensive work by Osmond. Here's Payne. Boyce, hard challenge put it on him. Payne wins the header. Going out of play. Throw in now for Greenville. Expected goals, not the be-all, end-all stat for analyzing soccer matches, but that chance for Prentice that he scored from, a .29 expected goals chance. The entire expected goals total in the earlier season matchup was .27, so a better chance than they got in the entire sum of their opportunities in the first meeting between these sides. Came just a minute into the game, and Prentice made no mistake. Mentioned it as a key to the game. Be clinical in front of goal for Madison, and Prentice made no mistake on his weaker foot. It's just a case of knowing which foot to take it with in that moment, even though it may have been more comfortable on his left. Took it with the right, and it's made things 1-0. Here's Shipman. Trying to drop it in. Can't quite pick out Gebhard. Smith. Great ball forward. Zakowski trying to slide one through off his line. Shipman. Good work by the goalkeeper. He made 33 starts across 2023. He was a big returning piece to this Madison group. Villalobos on loan from Knoxville after playing in their inaugural season in 2023. Playing in the midfield with Isaias. Rolled back, Schultz. Smith. Fricky to Polak, now Scarlett. Good foot put in. Allows possession to swing. Now back to the hosts. Those teams committing numbers forward in their press, even if they're not going right after the players on the ball too intently. Both teams feel comfortable enough to commit numbers forward to make life difficult in the build-up for both teams. Bartman carrying it, plays it off. Villalobos, Boyce. Cruel. Combination of fouls there between both Boyce and Prentice. Boyce putting the foot in. He'll be booked against his former side. First player in our match today booked, and he's got to walk a tightrope for the rest of this one. St. Louis native. Just a step slow in that challenge, bringing down Greenville player. Smith aiming the ball forward. Castro trying to bring it down, but he's pressed well by Cruel. Macias, great dribbling through the midfield. Plays Gebhard, trying to return it to Macias, but asking just too much of him. Cleared away, but Payne picks up the loose ball. Boyce now. Great challenge put in. Good drop of the shoulder by Scarlett to keep that in play and drive up the left-hand side. Gebhard. Payne. Thrown in now. Good challenge, cleans as the referee. Now the switch. Castro trying to lift that one over his head. He did so successfully, but not able to beat the second defender. Gebhard will pick up this loose ball. He was fouled. Bit of a cheap one for Chapa Herrera to concede. He won't be booked for it, but it does give the free kick. Good work from Gebhard, really isolated up front there. Not sure he would have been able to create much had he brought it down, but he was brought down. Schultz. Good defensive work by Cruel on Castro. Here's Prentice, our goal scorer. Villalobos. Boyce. Curled into the box. Freaky gets a foot to it. Brendan Fricky wearing the captain's armband. Throwing it into the box. Dealt with Polak. Takes it to deflection along the way. Out for a Greenville throw in. A quick word from a referee, Jamie Smith and Bartman. Challenge put in. The judge to have last touched Mitch Osmond. Did that one take a touch along the way? Castro fires it across goal. Payne gets ahead to it. Out wide, left-hand side. Bartman. Now Gebhard. Oh, great drop of the shoulder, Derek Gebhard. He's got Boyce and Bartman with him. Prentice a bit behind Boyce. That one just behind his foot. A challenging one to put towards goal. His first shot of the match goes over the goal. You see the attacking threat they possess. Derek Gebhard stopping his dribble on a dime. And that one just behind Boyce. Saw Wolfgang Prentice also making that late run, trying to make himself an option again. It's a very fluid front four almost at times. With those two banks of four, they're very versatile. Boyce out wide at the right, through the middle sometimes. Gebhard played large spells last year as a wingback. Also, of course, today playing almost more centrally as a center forward. Just that rotation makes it very hard to defend against, and when they find themselves in different situations, that versatility makes itself very useful. McKinnon. Good strength shown by the forward, and plays it off for Polak. Herrera. His pass slightly under hit. Here's Payne. Villalobos' ball forward ends up rolling out of play. Well, the inaugural USL Jägermeister Cup continues on Saturday, May 11th. With the second round games in group play starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch all the Cup games streaming exclusively on ESPN+. Madison still looking for their first point in the Cup group stage phase. Greenville with 1. They lost in their shootout against Richmond 3-5. That one went out of play. Scarlett couldn't quite keep the ball in touch. That's a throw in for Madison. Kind of glossed over just kind of the absurd circumstances of that Lexington-Madison game. It was 2 red cards for Lexington, but they still found a winner in the 94th minute. Obviously a very frustrating one to not get any points from for Matt Glazer and company. Intercepted by Schultz. You can carry it forward, play it off now. Show you at halftime the highlights from the first round. 6 matches featuring all 12 sides. The first of 8 Cup group stage games. Of course, introducing the new element of penalty shootouts that offer an extra point. Played forward behind Gebhard. Fricke intercepts Zakowski. The switch for Smith, aiming for Scarlett. Covers his eyes a bit to help see the trajectory of the ball. In the end, can't get past Payne, but he will kick it off the right wing back. Still with Greenville. Here's Evan Lee. Polak. Gebhard intercepts. Again, showing off his speed on the dribble. He'll backheel it. Well done, back to Prentice. Shipman. His pass overhit. Scarlett happy to allow that to go out for the throw in. Here's Lee. Zakowski. Strong challenge put in. Played up. Macias. He's just driving this one into some space. Gebhard leaves it. Payne. It's going to be too heavy for him. Rolls out. Throw in to come now for Greenville. We had that early moment for forward Madison. Just a minute into our game. Prentice scoring. Since then, just 2 combined shots between the 2 sides. And a foul in the back going against forward Madison. It's going to be a Greenville free kick. Zakowski over the top. Cleared away. Payne, no nonsense. Lee trying to play that one off. Gebhard can bring it in now. Bartman trying to turn, but Smith stepping forward. A big time challenge put in. Castro, his challenge was clean, and he busts along to get across to kick it off. A Madison player. Let's see that challenge again. Looks like it was just about clean enough from Castro. Gets across Cruel. And shows off some good technique to keep that in play at the touch line. Cruel back to his feet. Hobbling a bit, but it will be a throw for his opponents. Smith. Boyce. Nice quick passing. Bartman turning it. Actually, it made most of coming together. The referee taking a tumble. Cruel able to carry this one forward. Played to the feet of Bartman. It's taken off him. Smith pressed from behind by Prentice. It's a good challenge in on the center back and wins it back. Bartman plays it. Macias. Chilaka. Boyce a step slow. He has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. He didn't get a ton of contact on Fricky there, but if If he did, it would have been an interesting choice and thought process for Joe Surgan. Smith. Cruel. Bartman playing it back via Lobos. He can move it across to his center midfield partner, Macias. Left to right, now Payne. Bartman drops it in for Prentice. Gebhard. Bartman. Boyce making the run. It's clipped forward. Payne gets it in the box. Plays it across goal. Polak heads it down. Macias, big time challenge. Polak down, holding his left leg, but it was clean, says the referee. Under no obligation to stop play. Gebhard. They'll stay on it in the box. Scarlett almost dangling a dangerous leg in there. They will put it out of play here. They do want some treatment now for Polak. It was a heavy challenge by Macias, but it looked to be clean from the first look. Looks like he got enough of the ball. Certainly did in the referee's eyes. But definitely feeling the effects there was Tyler Polak. He's back to his feet. Devin Boyce is making the case that might have been a throw for his side. But the whistle may have gone before the ball was put out of play, just to allow Polak to get some treatment. So it's going to be with Greenville regardless. Very sporting to let them keep possession of the ball. Put out of play, throw in for Greenville. You can see Polak's back out on the field. He'll take this throw in. Almost to do a back four shape now, with Schultz dropping into right back. Polak stretching up to the left back spot of sorts. Slightly different shape than the 3-5-2 they were listed as. Here's Polak in that left channel. Plays it up well. Here's Scarlett trying to show a burst of speed. Forces Chilaka into a challenge. Herrera. Scarlett. Herrera. McKinnon, top of the box. Trying to generate some space. Big challenge by Boyce. It's clean. Now Gebhard. He moves it out wide to Prentice. There's a few forward for Madison. Foul from behind. Prentice brought down by his opposite number, Zakowski. Great challenge by McKinnon, but actually it was a foul. Certainly looked on first viewing to be a good use of the body by McKinnon, but put a foot in illegally according to Joe Surgan. Cruel. Castro and McKinnon, 8 goals, more than the 7 that Madison have scored in their 4 matches to this point, plus our game so far here today. But the 2 forwards for Greenville have been limited so far. Here's Prentice, Payne out wide, playing it across goal, but it's blocked by Polak. Corner kick to come now for Madison. This one is Payne had a few options in the box, but Polak was disciplined. I think you see maybe a hand signal there from Payne that he wants that one played into him a little bit quicker, but play was a bit slow and it allowed Polak to get in position, but does come to a corner in the end. Our first of the match for either side, and it will be Devin Boyce to take. Boyce curls that one right under the head of Polak. Payne. Kept his run going. Boyce opts not to slide the pass into him. Cruel. Macias. Coming together off ball between him and Zakowski, but nothing doing, says the referee. Flicked on by Boyce, and it's out for a throw in now for Greenville. Throw in for Madison, rather. Wolfgang Prentice will be the one to take. Certainly was a 50-50 coming together. Who it touched last. Long ball forward. Headed back by Schultz. Smith gets a foot through it. McKinnon flicks it on. Villalobos on hand to pick it up. Chilaka. Boyce's pass forces Cruel back to collect. It spins awkwardly for Scarlett. Payne gets onto it. Gebhard now pokes it back to Boyce. Now Payne. Boyce keeps his run going. Payne opting for the sideways ball. Macias. Back to Payne. Polak out to press. 4 in the box for the hosts. It's headed away. Macias. Bartman. Payne. Back to Bartman. Already 1 assist today for the forward. Villalobos to Chilaka. Macias, his pass intercepted. It's played back. Polak has to be careful. Rankenberg puts a foot through it. Lee, good strength shown to win the ball in the middle of the park. Slid out wide. Zakowski onto his left foot, curls the ball into the box, headed away. Last touching a Mingo head, and that means it's going to be a throw in for Greenville. Just over 5 minutes until halftime. We had the goal after 59 seconds. There was a shot by Liam McKinnon a few moments later, just about in the 4th minute. Since then, Greenville has not attempted a shot in the past 35 minutes of this match. Just one shot since then for Madison. That one was a Devin Boyce effort. That was a decent chance, but the shot tame and went off target. Villalobos, good first time ball. Cruel. He's got Prentice out wide to his left-hand side. Good touch by Prentice. Gets past Schultz. Prentice moves this one across. Bartman. He has Boyce and Payne. Boyce takes it. Scoops one into the box. Headed away. Pollock gets ahead to it to pick out Lee. Now Scarlett. Herrera. Lee got a touch ahead of Bartman. Now it's Schultz. Shipman off his line. A lot of belief by Osmond and his goalkeeper there that Shipman would sprint to the top of his box to pick it up, and he did. Before coming to Madison with Ratchaburi in the Thai League One. Spent time in Germany as well. Originally a German native himself from Munster. He's come in and been a massively influential figure in this side. 29 years of age, 6'4". A rock at the back for forward Madison, who pride themselves on their defensive solidity. And it's built off the back of their goalkeeper. Big helping factor, though, was returning Mitch Osmond, Jake Cruel, Timmy Mel in terms of the defensive efforts. Boyce across goal, parried away by Rankenberg. The statisticians might call that a shot, maybe a cross. It was well dealt with by the goalkeeper regardless. Scarlett. Here's McKinnon. Trying to clip one forward. Just can't quite get to Sikowski. Cruel gets ahead to it. Trying to clear that one upfield. Scuffs it into the stands, and it's a throw now for Greenville. A goal now would be of massive influence. I wonder what the mentality is for both coaches entering halftime if the score stays as it is. Sikowski plays it off. Herrera. Really clever flick into the box. And it is a penalty. Going down to the challenge was Liam McKinnon. Certainly asked the question, and the answer for the referee is a penalty for Greenville. On the doorstep of halftime, a great opportunity to equalize in the first half. Let's see this one again. Chilaka. Call it a bit unfortunate that McKinnon just kind of stops in front of him, but he does bowl him over. You've seen them given, and obviously given right there. They'll try and ice him a little bit, but we'll see what comes of this. Will not be Liam McKinnon. It will be Jamie Smith to take. He scored 3 goals last year. He has an assist so far this year in the league, waiting for his first goal of 2024. Bernd Shipman saved a penalty in the first meeting between these sides. 12 yards away from an equalizer, and Smith makes no mistake about it. Jamie Smith puts it away. Kept his composure. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And it's 1-1. A goal within a minute and a penalty right before halftime. And the sides are back even. We'll see if that's the last turn on the score line before halftime. Just moments away from potential stoppage time. They hadn't had a shot on target all match to this point. Just the one from McKinnon that was off target for Greenville. But their first shot is the best chance of the game on paper. And the penalty put away by Smith. We're back even at 1. Long ball forward, Osmond. Has to be massively frustrating for forward Madison, Matt Glazer, and everybody involved. Michael Chilaka doesn't know a ton about that one. But McKinnon, he sealed off his opponent. He was going to try and bring it down in the box. He's knocked over. The penalty's given. We have 3 minutes of added time now. At the end of our first 45, that also will be a foul going against Villalobos. Evan Lee getting there first. No extra discipline metered out by Joe Sergen. That was the 4th penalty won by Greenville so far this season, most in the league. McKinnon has scored 1 or 2. And Smith on that time round puts it home. Leo Castro had his penalty saved in the first meeting. That time round Smith took it. Chest down by Boyce goes out of play. It's the byproduct of now having shootouts to come in these Jägermeister Cup matches, that players who normally wouldn't take penalties will get opportunities a lot more often. But we've already seen several in-match penalty takers for Greenville. It just helps them that much more when shootouts may come either in Jägermeister Cup or, of course, in the USL League One playoffs later this season. More experienced takers, confident takers, which makes you that much more dangerous when matches go down to those decisive penalties. Curled in. Stooping low to head it away was Osmond. Gebhard brings it down. Turns and picks out Boyce. Bartman was pointing ahead of him. He wants the ball played in. It will be dropped into the channel. Smith. Macias. Halfway through our stoppage time at the end of our first half. Still to come, we'll show you those first round of the Jägermeister Cup results, how those highlights break out. We'll get you prepped for the upcoming US Open Cup schedule this coming week. Show you our first half highlights as well. It's all part of our halftime show here. Appreciate you tuning in here on your Saturday night. Only 1-1 at Breese Stevens Field. Here's Prentice, scored in the first minute, trying to help retake the lead for his side. Takes a deflection. Villalobos. It's sat up, but he ends up catching it with a bit of slice, and it moves out for the goal kick. We'll see how much more action we have at the end of our first 45. Rankenberg launches it forward. Throw in Madison. There's a glance at the watch. Long throw. Kicked off of Gebhard. And that is the last action of our first half. It was a dream start for forward Madison. 59 seconds into the match. Wolfgang Prentice latching on to a pass from Nazim Bartman. He put it home. But in the 43rd minute, an equalizer coming from Jamie Smith from the penalty spot makes our score at the half 1-1, brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. A great first half between these two sides, and it's level pegging entering into the break. We've got halftime content to come for you on the other side of this break, but these two teams currently playing out to a stalemate. They met the first time this year. It finished 0-0. We've had some goals already today. We'll see what the second 45 has in stake for us. Still to come during halftime, Jägermeister round 1 highlights, Open Cup results, and the first half highlights as Forward Madison and Greenville currently at the half, brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. A current score of 1-1. Back in a moment after this break.
Tomorrow, we've been expecting you. At TrueStage, we've been preparing for tomorrow for almost a century, helping businesses give their customers, members, and clients what they need to move forward with confidence. Because for us, the future brings possibility, protection, innovation, growth. With financial solutions across insurance, investments, and technology, the people you serve can take on tomorrow, today. So what are you waiting for? Tomorrow, here we come.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
Our halftime score is currently Forward Madison 1, Greenville Triumph 1, brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. As we're back to USL League One regular season play. Last weekend was a big one. The first round of the Jägermeister Cup. All 6 matches containing all 12 teams, all the way from Saturday through Wednesday. Let's take a look first off. Taking on Spokane Velocity and Central Valley Fuego. Pierre Reedy gets the goal scoring going in the 20th minute with a great low effort with his left foot. In the end, there would be a late opportunity. A ball into the box by Fuego. There's a push in the back, and the referee points to the spot. There'd be a penalty for Fuego. Robert Coronando would be the player to step up. He would put it away to make it 1-1, and they would end up getting an extra point on the shootout, winning that one 4-2 in the shootout phase, a point for both sides. But Fuego coming away with 2 points on the road in the first round of the Jägermeister Cup. Now on to the next match. Greenville taking on the Richmond Kickers. There was a big challenge put in here, just a step slow Christian Garner was. Brings down Ryan Sierakowski, but he makes up for his error. He makes the save and keeps things at 0-0 in the 19th minute. They would find the opener in Ryan Sierakowski, flicking that one past the goalkeeper. Makes things 1-0 in the 70th minute. Late on, it would be a similar story to that match between Spokane and Fuego. There would be an equalizer, chaos in front of the goal mouth. Evan Lee keeps his composure, puts it away in the 89th minute to make things 1-1. In the end, the shootout would swing the way of Richmond, who on the road take 2 points in the shootout phase. On to our next match, Tormenta taking on Charlotte Independence. A great corner kick whipped in here early on for Charlotte. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. getting the first one of the match with the goal from the corner kick. And it feels like we're running the same script for all of these matches. Early goal for one side, Charlotte on the road takes that first goal. Then late on, 93rd minute for Tormenta jumping into that one. Sebastian Vivas in the end would be the one to get on the end of this Mason Turnbridge corner kick into the box. makes things 1-1 very late on in the 93rd minute. It would go to penalties, and in those penalty phases, Charlotte would end up winning that one 5-4. Just the one miss from Joshua Ramos. On to the next one now. It's going to be Chattanooga against Knoxville. A great chance here and a fantastic save at the near post to parry that one over. Just good work to keep that one out from Tim Trilk. Keeps things at 0-0, but of course you can see the score line would end up going against his side. Callum Johnson's free kick into the box is flicked on by Jordan Skelton, and it finds the bottom corner, making things 1-0. Knoxville will take that one over Chattanooga. The first outright 3 points earned in the Jägermeister Cup. On Sunday, there was also a big-time match. As we see, one last opportunity, not going to go the way of Knoxville. They'd win that one 3-0. A big coming together here. Between Boyce and Tate Robertson. There's a bit of a kick. There's a kick out, a wipeout completely. Robertson will be sent off. Unique Yanko will be sent off a few moments later. It'd be 9 men for Lexington, but they would get the win with a Kalen Fox goal in the 94th minute. And they would get the 3 points against Forward Madison in a tough one at home. Another match to tell you about, Omaha and a 2-2 draw with Northern Colorado. That one ended in a 3-2 shootout win for Union Omaha. But you see that red card for Unique Yankum after the simulation. It was a thrilling game, but it finishes 1-0. One more break.
You'll get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Distance. Oh, what an effort, and it's special.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix.
Still halftime between Forward Madison and Greenville Triumph. Just Coffee Co-op halftime score 1-1 between the two sides. We had Jägermeister Cup last weekend. We've got League One today, and the Open Cup is back this coming week. Some more cup sets to come. We shall see.
Mertz again trying to play in Dikwa. Dikwa's in behind. Dikwa's open the scoring.
Chested down. Oh, that is spectacular. It's a cup set for Union Omaha.
Kasim cutting inside. And there is cup set magic in the air tonight. Saved by Viniello. Rodrigo Lopez. It's improbable. It's indomitable. It's another cup set.
Who doesn't love some cup sets? Here is the upcoming schedule for the U.S. Open Cup round of 32. Crazy. We're already past those first few rounds. Here's the matches this coming Tuesday. Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Tulsa in a USL Championship matchup. Atlanta United against Charlotte Independence. That one right there, a fascinating one between MLS and League One. Houston Dynamo, Detroit City, Dallas, Memphis, San Jose Earthquakes, and Oakland Roots. A great match out west there. Orange County, Loudoun United. Big travel for Loudoun, Sacramento Republic, and Monterey Bay. Another USL Championship matchup. Those are your Tuesday matches. We got some good games on Wednesday as well in the upcoming U.S. Open Cup round of 32. Here are some of them. Battery taking on Tormenta, another USL League One side. North Carolina FC, formerly of League One champions last year, against Phoenix Rising in an all-USL Championship match. In the 11, San Antonio, Tampa Bay, Birmingham. The lone MLS Next Pro side remaining, New York City FC 2, takes on Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Union Omaha hosting MLS Sporting KC. New Mexico United against Real Salt Lake. Seattle Sounders against Louisville City. Could be a potential upset there. USL Championship against MLS. And Las Vegas Lights taking on LAFC. Another great matchup out west. Those, the upcoming US Open Cup games. It's going to be an exciting round of 32. We'll have you join us for those this coming week. But currently at the break, it's Forward Madison 1 and Greenville Triumph 1. One more break, then we'll show you the highlights and stats before we have the second half between these two sides from Reese Stevens Field.
The exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
This isn't just your normal bike. It folds, it unfolds, and it just goes. Need to climb that hill? No problem. And if you're looking for speed, well, you've come to the right place. 28 miles per hour, up to 65 miles of range. And equipped with hydraulic brakes, this is the Electric XP 3.0. Fully foldable, fully assembled, ships free. Simple as that. Go to electricebikes.com and come ride with us.
The lottery isn't about jackpot winners. It's about investing in our students. Even when it began in 2002, it was lottery proceeds that helped fund new technology initiatives in schools across South Carolina. And when students booted up those screens for the first time, they discovered a lifelong love of learning that shaped them into the professionals and people they are today. When you play the lottery, the real winners are always our students. After all, education is our middle name.
Tonight's Dental Health Associates Fans of the Game is Jacob Jaminet. Thank you for going full Mingo. We're back at Reese Stevens Field, moments away from the second half between these two sides. Just got the co-op score at the half. It's currently 1-1 between the two sides. Goals right at the beginning and end of our first half to make things even as we enter into the second half, moments away from that. We can look at our first half highlights. Those also brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Great early opportunity. Wolfgang Prentice burying that one after it was played across goal by Nazim Bartman. Good opportunity. That was just 59 seconds into our match here today. Able to bury that one into the back of the net, opening things up with a great opportunity for that side. Greenville, there were a few chances bouncing back and forth between the two teams, but really unable to get a real concrete opportunity until the penalty from Jamie Smith. Liam McKinnon fouled in the box, and that made it a chance from Smith from the spot right at the end of that first half in the 43rd minute. Made things 1-1. That's the score for these two sides. after our first 45 minutes. Our first half stats also brought to you by Rhyme. You can see just the 3 shots for Madison, the 2 for Greenville, 1 goal for each side, and possession slightly in the favor of Madison. All to play for in our second half. We'll see what is to come between these 2 sides. It's a good first half. Cagey at times, defensively strong at times, but in the end, the 2 teams ready to get ourselves back underway for our second half. In the light grays, all whites, depends on your perception of those. The lighter kits of Greenville there on the right side of your screen, heading from right to left. The blues of Madison will be heading from left to right. Jack Edwards with you here on ESPN Plus. A pleasure to bring this one with you. It's won back by Greenville. Played up. Opportunity now on the left wing. Hayden Anderson, the substitute, immediately involved in things. Puts one into the box. It's headed away. Christian Chaney also off the bench. Brings that one in. Plays it to Nazim Bartman. Knocked out of play. Throw in. Villalobos moves it out wide. Chilaka clips it up. We'll confirm the subs here in a moment, but Christian Chaney, Hayden Anderson both coming into the squad. Both of them had started last time out, so returning to the 18, or returning to the starting lineup, I should say. Chilaka. Villalobos takes an awkward bounce off his face, but he puts it upfield. Gebhard. Payne. Osmond back to Shipman. So the 2 subs, Hayden Anderson coming on for Zion Scarlett, left back for left back. For Greenville, the change brought to you by Festival Foods for Madison. Devin Boyce coming out, Christian Chaney coming in. Here's Gebhard trying to play that one across. He picks out Prentice. He has one already, and it's a great save by Rankenberg to deny it being 2. It'll allow play to be pulled back. There's some treatment off the ball, but that was a great counter-attacking move from forward Madison, flowing from front to end, and it just didn't quite come across. Down there is Brandon Fricke. There was that coming together between Chaney and Fricke. They kept pushing forward. There was a chance. Brandon Fricke seeing some discomfort. Definitely in some discomfort. Fricke needing some assistance off the field. His left leg, the one of bother. Embrace with Rick Wright, who's helping him come off the field here. Returned to the squad after some injury issues, held him out. He was questionable entering today. Daniel Wu will be coming on for him in his place. An enforced change just moments into our second half. Daniel Wu making his 3rd appearance in the league so far this season. Wu coming in. Corner kick now for Madison. It's flicked on. It might sit up for Villalobos. He couldn't quite get that one towards frame. You could see he was trying to cut across it. In the end, scuffed his effort. It's pushed back forward. Again, Fricke coming off due to injury, so both him and Scarlett, the two players, subbed off now for Greenville. They've dipped into the bench. Daniel Wu and Hayden Anderson, the two players coming on. Macias clipping one forward, picks out Bartman. He keeps it in play. It's a good ball. Now Prentice curls one into the box. It's headed out of play by Schultz. Had to deal with that at the near post. Knocks it away. Another corner kick now for Madison. There was just one in that entire first 45 between the two sides. Now already two within 5 minutes for forward Madison. Headed away by Anderson. Prentice. It's cross blocked. Bartman. Brilliant fake. Bartman still with it. Was he push off the ball? Referee says it was clean. Here's Lee. Castro making the run. McKinnon is to his left-hand side. Castro holding off the advances of Krul. Polak. Anderson trying to play the 1-2, but Payne got tight to him. Coming across to make the challenge. Chilaka committed the foul. They conceded the penalty. Good strength by Herrera. Clipping this one into the box. Shipman can't claim it. It sits up. Castro puts it away. The penalty before halftime. And it's set up kindly for Leo Castro. Goal number 4 in the league so far this season. It was clipped into the box. Shipman didn't claim it. And Castro made no mistake about it. Split that between the defenders and Greenville. All of a sudden, they hold the lead on the road. How does that impact things for Madison? It was the perfect start to the game, a goal within a minute, but since then haven't created a ton of opportunities of great substance. There was the shot by Prentice a few moments ago. That was a decent look from the far side, but overall, allowed Greenville back into the game. They've taken advantage with both hands. The delivery asked questions, and the answer turned out to be the goal to take the lead now for Castro. McKinnon checking back into the game. He had been out for just a moment. Now Prentice. Here's Castro again. Krul, Prentice. Bartman making the run to his outside. Nazim Bartman curling it across. Payne, he's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area, and the referee does point to the spot. A penalty for Madison. Less than 2 minutes since the goal from Greenville. Let's see it again. Payne into the box. And Wu, I do think, was a step slow on Gebhard. Didn't get much of the ball. Brings him down in the box. consistent with the penalty in the first half for Greenville. Will it be a consistent result for the home side? Wu coming on a few moments ago in place of the injured Brandon Fricke, immediately put under some pressure, and now a chance from the spot. Christian Cheney led the side with 11 goals in 2023. This is his 4th appearance in the league so far this season. He's still looking for his first USL League One goal of 2024. Cheney puts it away. We're back even. Some Christian Cheney cartwheels for the first time in 2024. Important to get him back fit and firing. Rankenberg guessed right, but the placement was pure. How about this for a start to the second half? A goal for both sides within 10 minutes. Here's Polak. That was a foul. Referee was playing advantage. Will pull play back for a free kick in a pretty good spot now for Greenville. First goal for Cheney since October 22nd, 2023. Goal for each side from the penalty spot on that end of the field. Polak over at McKinnon to take. Curls it into the box. Headed away. Its first time effort is blocked. Right back onto it was Anderson. Anderson trying to power his way through. It's taken off his foot. Now Derek Gebhardt, his shirt is being pulled. And Zakowski will commit the foul and he'll take the yellow card. Ben Zakowski knew what he was doing. Cynical yellow for the man out of Monmouth University. On the field now with Hayden Anderson, also coming out of college. You can see just a step behind Gebhardt here and just pulling at the shirt. Talking to Rick Wright ahead of this match, he talked about the competitive nature of both Zakowski and Anderson in training, making the sessions very fiery, very competitive. Both of them coming out of college, gritty players. Now, physical tussles they would get into in training, as now Madison plays a great ball forward. It's Gebhardt up against Wu. Good block by the center back. Did that take a touch from Gebhardt? It did. I think he got caught in two minds there. Does he try and keep it in play with a touch? Does he let it run out of play for the corner? He did neither. He took a touch and brought it out of play. Oh, it's corner. It's a goal kick. Smith. Osmond gets ahead to it. Leo Castro trying to make life difficult for Krull. Villalobos. That goes over the head of Prentice. Out for a throw-in for Greenville. Smith probing the ball forward. Krull puts a foot to it. Great header by Wu. Just leaps up for that one over a very physical, towering presence in Christian Cheney. Polak. Flicked along. Schultz gets there first at the byline. Keeps it in play, aiming for McKinnon. Villalobos striking back. It's flicked down. Herrera uses his body, sets it up for Polak. And his shot just wide. Not a bad effort. Over the top, one for Payne. Corner kick to come now. Payne earning the side the corner kick. That'll be Nazim Bartman to take. Acquired his second assist of the season when he teed up Wolfgang Prentice to open our score in the first minute of the match. He's been the designated set-piece taker for much of this match so far today. Coming off a 5-goal, 3 assists, 2023. He curls one into the box for the back post. It sits up kindly. Macias lifts it up. Krul down. It's lofted into the box. The header by Cheney towards goal. It may have hit the post and gone wide, not far away from Christian Cheney on the double. A second look here. Wu didn't get to it, and that's hitting the post. That is just wide. Rankenberg didn't dive for it. Cut the figure of a goalkeeper who thought he knew it was well wide. Castro and Krul in a tussle. Castro trying to win it back, but it's dealt with by Madison. Villalobos through the lines. Macias, his touch letting him down a little bit, and now it's back to Greenville. Anderson. Smith. Payne gets ahead to it. Polak whips it in. Flick towards goal. Just wide by McKinnon. Not a bad effort. And it goes wide of frame. Ball out of play for throw-in will allow the substitution to take place now for forward Madison. Faraday Sosa coming on now in place of Stephen Payne in that right wing back position. Sosa had started the previous 4 league matches to this point, coming in from Sacramento Republic, where he spent the last 2 seasons. Gebhard down for Cheney. Cheney sliding that one across, trying to pick out Sosa right to get him involved in things. It's a well-executed clearance, though, by Greenville. Puts that one out of the stadium. Sosa to the byline, keeps it in play. It's chested down. Polak forward. Lee. Challenge from behind. It's a foul, and it will be a yellow card now. Michael Chilaka booked for that foul. Third player books now in today's match. Smith drops his shoulder, carries it forward, clips one over the top, trying to drop it in for Liam McKinnon. McKinnon gets there first, one-on-one, and he puts it just wide. He'll want that one back. It could have been goal number 6 on the season so far. Maybe trying to catch that on the half volley almost as it was bouncing in. May have had more time to take a touch. He thought trying to take it, not quite first time, but take it quickly would have been the right choice there. Great playmaking from the back from Jamie Smith to clip that one forward and pick out the run of McKinnon. Match opening up more and more. Sosa, his ball is blocked by Polak. Lee. Another long ball forward. This time it's all the way through to Shipman. Gebhard. Was he fouled from behind by Polak? He was, and it will result in a yellow card. Polak, Zakowski, and Michael Chilaka for forward Madison are the 3 players booked in our match so far today. Just a slight bump from behind. Foul given. The yellow card not for the horrificness of the foul, more so just the threat that Gebhard would have had in transition. That yellow card going against Polak. Smith Clever pass. Here's Herrera. Evan Lee. Polak. It's blocked. Did go out of play before it spun back in, but they throw in for Greenville. Played forward into the channel. Anderson puts it into the box. The shot. McKinnon takes a deflection. And it ends up going wide. And the protest there from Mitch Osmond is going to result in a yellow card for him. It's corner kick to come for Greenville. My guess for Osmond's frustration is a potential high boot for McKinnon going for that one. But it's a yellow card for dissent nonetheless, and it's a corner kick set to be put into the box for Greenville. Lofted into the back post, headed across. Brought down Zakowski. Smith curls it into the box, headed. Cheney gets a toe to it, but it's going to be a foul going against Greenville in the box. And it's a free kick now for forward Madison. Sosa. Gebhard on the turn. Fouled from behind by Lee. The referee almost shrugging to say, what else can I do but whistle for the foul here. Again, a slight push in the back of Gebhard while he's dribbling forward. And this time the captain is booked in Evan Lee. 3 now for Greenville on yellows. 3 have been booked for Madison, 2 still on the field with cards to their name. Again, just a slight bit of contact from behind as he's dribbling. It has been consistent through the match, has to be said. Nazim Bartman curls it into the box. That one's headed towards goal. It took a flick by Rankenberg along the way. Didn't fully punch it clear, and the header by forward Madison just not quite the quality to put it back towards goal. Bartman. Sosa. One step slow. Polak, there first, drags it back. No handball, says the referee, but it does fall for Greenville. Lee out wide. Herrera. Anderson. Bartman now after the tackle by Villalobos. Cheney trying to return it, but it does sit up for Gebhard. Lee can't put a challenge in. He's on a yellow card. Prentice trying to get past Schultz, but he stays diligent defensively. Zakowski now. Herrera back to Zakowski. That's not a good sign for forward Madison. Derek Gebhard just going down off the ball. He's going to need some treatment. Two subs to be made by forward Madison. We saw Derek Gebhard fall to the ground, needs a bit of treatment, and he'll be coming out of the match. Pair of changes. Sharif J as well as Juan Galindrez, that is rather, will be coming into the match. It is the USL League One debut for J for forward Madison. Played 23 minutes at Lexington last time out. Off the bench, he'll have a bit less than today. Nazim Bartman also making way for the hosts. Those changes, number 3 and number 4 for the Mingos. That will be a foul very early on for Jay. He'll get a quick talking to, coming into the game with a bit of fire. The referee wants a bit less fire than that. McKinnon. That will be a handball. He put the ball in the back of that with a fantastic strike, but it was a handball beforehand. You can tell by the lack of protest from McKinnon that it probably was the right call in the end. Coming into the match, Pascal Corvino. Coming out of the game, Evan Lee. Still sorting out the exact logistics of who was on the field for Greenville, but Evan Lee, it looks to be wearing for the 98. And it looks like Ben Zakowski is the player who made way. Zakowski off. And I imagine it's some kit issue for Evan Lee. He's gone from 12 to 98. But it is Evan Lee, just to confirm. Jay aiming for Cheney. Smith gets there first and turns the corner very well to get past the forward. Throw in for Madison. Sosa. Smith gets ahead to it. Pollock steps up, intercepts. Plays a dangerous ball, aiming for McKinnon. McKinnon keeps his strength, but the flag went up. He's frustrated with that one. It was certainly marginal, but his chance is cut off. Offsides. Villalobos, Jay. He's fouled. Pollock bringing him down. Pollock again on a yellow. He has to be careful. Sosa. Bit of a heavy touch. Does he get there to keep it in play? He does, but his attempt to flick it past Anderson doesn't come off. It's a goal kick. Christian Cheney whistled out of the D on the top of the 18-yard box. Reichenberg long. Another dangerous ball forward. McKinnon in a race with Chilaka. The defender wins out. Lee second best to it. Sosa takes over now, plays it. Cheney. That was Galindrez, rather. Chilaka. Sosa curls his one in for the back post. Will go all the way through to Jay. Rolls it off for Prentice. On the left foot, his shot blocked. The header down by Herrera, not fully dealt with. Cheney on the turn. Galindrez trying to play it off, but he overhits his pass. Macias. Villalobos doesn't get a touch to it. That almost turns out to be a better choice. It bounces past McKinnon. Sosa. Great defending from Anderson. Puts the body into Sosa. His touch takes it out of play. If you were to guess a team goes on to win this one, it's almost impossible to choose. Madison controlling more of the possession in these final moments, but Greenville with McKinnon containing a really great counterattack weapon. Matt Glazer saying before this one, big focus for his side, put the ball in the back of the net, turn some of these early season draws into wins. It's a foul going against Sosa. Currently, they led once. They trailed once today. And we're poised for a point for both teams. And remember, there will be no shootout after this. That is a Jägermeister Cup. New fun spin on things. It's going to be another sub now for Madison. The fifth and final one will be John Murphy coming into the match. Making way will be Aiden Macias. Macias off, Murphy on. Played forward by Polak. Shipman wants to keep that in play. He will do so. Chilaka, his ball forward. Nobody in particular making the run. Rankenberg. Smith. Header flicked on. Wu will go all the way back to Rankenberg. Galindrez, good challenge by Smith. Anderson, Sosa putting the press on. Pushes it out to the right-hand side. 4 in the box to aim for. It's kept in play. Clearance takes a slight deflection. Means that will be a forward Madison throw in. Moments away from finding out how much additional time we have at the end of our match today. Five minutes of it. One spun out of play. It's a Madison throw in. Leo Castro will go off the far side of the field. And Mohamed Say coming on now, his first appearance since coming in from Clemson. 6'4" from Valencia. Part of a great run at Clemson. 23 goals, 16 assists across 83 appearances. He was all ACC third team back in 2022. That is a foul whistled against forward Madison, and it's going to be a Greenville free kick. Say will have about the length of stoppage time to get his first minutes here in the league. It's taken away. Sosa, Jay. There's a few in the attack. Rolls it across. Cheney leaves it. Galindrez! A fantastic move from forward Madison in stoppage time. Is that the last goal of our match? For the first win at home this year, Cheney leaves it. Galindrez, first time, brilliant into the top right corner. Juan Galindrez coming in from Rio Grande Valley. His first in Mingo colors. One to celebrate. They'll have to quickly turn around and get their minds focused on defending this lead they've gotten in the final moments of our match. Moved out wide. Jay slides it in. Galindrez can't quite get on the end of it. It's a foul going against Galindrez, our current match winner. Herrera, Polak. It's left, scraped away. Anderson gets there first. Keeping his run going, takes a big deflection. Shipman catches it and falls to the ground. There will be probably a bit more than the 5 after the celebrations following the Galindrez goal. It's a foul. Madison. They have a free kick and a lot more time they can kill off this clock. Polak puts it upfield. Referee wants play to continue. Sosa. Long throw. Polak gets ahead to it. Here's Lee. Knocks it upfield. And a good bit of strength shown by Krul. We're 90 seconds beyond the minimum of 5. It's played across. Sharif J. Can he seal off the results? On to the left, on to the right. J, his shot just wide. Head in his hands. Maybe allows one last chance for Greenville. Polak launches it forward. It bounces through. McKinnon. Offsides was Say. And that will do it. Madison takes it 3-2. A late goal from Juan Galindrez in the 92nd minute sees the 3 points out for the first time at home for Forward Madison. The full-time score, Forward Madison 3, Greenville Triumph 2, brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. How about that for a match? They score within a minute. Equalizer before halftime. They go down to Greenville after a well-taken goal by Leo Castro. Equalize from the spot in Christian Cheney. But then that man right there, man of the match, Juan Galindrez, scoring that late goal to take the match. Our man of the match brought to you by Festival Foods. A special moment for him coming in the offseason. Now we can look at our play of the match at the end of this one. The penalty from Christian Cheney to equalize things. This one brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. It came just moments after the goal from Greenville to equalize. Cheney, his first cartwheels of 2024. And then our save of the match as well. A good strong one put on there. Save of the match brought to you by Electric E-Bikes. A good one parried away by Rankenberg.
At Piedmont Natural Gas, being a part of the communities we serve is important to us, because to us, community begins with you. We strive to address the needs of our communities by investing time and resources to help improve the quality of life for our customers. For over 60 years, we have funded programs that support education, the environment, and community impact. Our Energy Assistance Program, Share the Warmth, helps customers pay their energy bills. We're committed to helping our neighbors by powering the vitality of our communities.
Final moments of this match here today. Full-time score, Forward Madison 3, Greenville Triumph 2. The final score brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Well, what a match it was indeed between these two sides. In the end, it falls just in the favor of Forward Madison. Late goal from Juan Galindres. Let's show you our full-time highlights from this one. Brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Great finish by Wolfgang Prentice just a minute into our match today. It was a dream start for Forward Madison, able to get off the score sheet for the first time this year. Second year on loan from Oakland roots for Prentice, and he puts that one away early on in our match. Nazim Bartman with his second assist of 2024 on the young seasons. They get their second win in the USL League One campaign. Jamie Smith from the spot, right on the doorstep of halftime, would equalize to make things 1-1. Sliding that one to the left. Goalkeeper dove to the right. It makes it 1-1 entering the break. We'd have a chaotic sequence in our opening 10 minutes of our second half. Both teams coming out of the gates, storming, trying to get themselves back into the match. This one is going to be clipped forward into the box. It sits up kindly for Leo Castro. He knocks it home into the back of the net. Makes things 2-1. Greenville, they came from behind, took the 2-1 lead. Make things just a slight advantage for Castro and his side. Cheney, though, from the spot would put it away to make things 2-2. His cartwheels there. Juan Galindres would see out the scoring with the third of the match. Your full-time stats brought to you by Rhyme. 10 shots to 8 for the hosts. 53 to 47% possession. 3-2. The final score. Forward Madison in the second meeting between these sides this year. They take it in a back-and-forth affair from Breese Stevens Field. Been a pleasure to bring this one to you. These two sides look ahead now. For Madison, it's a road trip to One Knoxville. For Greenville, they'll be back at home against South Georgia Tormenta. For our entire broadcast crew, I've been Jack Edwards saying so long from Madison, Wisconsin. A thrilling affair between these two sides finishes Forward Madison 3 and the Greenville Triumph 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.
Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant
start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, forward Madison have a lead. A dream start to the match. Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, 12 yards away from an equalizer, and Smith makes no mistake about it. 12 yards away from an equalizer by Herrera. Clipping this one into the box. Shipman can't claim it. It sits up. Castro puts it away. 24. Cheney puts it away. We're back even. Some Christian curling it across. Payne, he's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area, and the referee does point. Curling it across. Payne, he's on it now. Lee. Challenge from behind. It's a foul, and it will be a yellow card now. Michael Chilaka. Lee. Gebhard. Was he fouled from behind by Polak? He was, and it will result in a yellow card. On the turn. Fouled from behind by Lee. The referee almost shrugging to say, what else can I do but whistle for the foul here on the turn. Foul. Bartman controls it in the box. Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, forward Madison have a lead. A dream start to the match. Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, forward Madison have a lead. A dream start to the match. Strength by Herrera. Clipping this one into the box. Shipman can't claim it. It sits up. Castro puts it away. The penalty before halftime. And it's set up kindly for layup. 12 yards away from an equalizer, and Smith makes no mistake about it. As Bartman controls it in the box. He's got Prentice centrally, plays it in, and it's a brilliant start for the hosts. Bartman to Prentice, and within a minute, forward Madison have a lead. A dream start to the match. Bartman 12 yards away from an equalizer, and Smith makes no mistake about it. 12 yards away from an equalizer, and Smith makes no mistake about it. Strength by Herrera. Clipping this one into the box. Shipman can't claim it. It sits up. Castro puts it away. The penalty before halftime. And it's set up kindly for layup. By Herrera. Clipping this one into the box. Shipman can't claim it. It sits up. Castro puts it away. The penalty before halftime. And it's set up kindly for layup. 24. Cheney puts it away. We're back even. Some Christian Cheney cartwheel. 24. Cheney puts it away. We're back even. Some Christian Cheney cartwheel. 24. Cheney puts it away. We're back even. Some Christian Cheney cartwheel. Rolling it across. Payne. He's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area. And the referee does point. Rolling it across. Payne. He's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area. And the referee does point. Rolling it across. Payne. He's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area. And the referee does point. Rolling it across. Payne. He's on it now. Plays it into the box. There's a big challenge in the area. And the referee does point. Lee. Challenge from behind. It's a foul. And it will be a yellow card now. Michael Chilaka. Lee. Challenge from behind. It's a foul, and it will be a yellow card now. Michael Chilaka. Lee. Challenge from behind. It's a foul, and it will be a yellow card now. Michael Chilaka. Gebhard. Was he fouled from behind by Polak? He was, and it will result in a yellow card. Polak, Zakowski, and Michael Chilaka for forward. Gebhard. Was he fouled from behind by Polak? He was, and it will result in a yellow card. Polak, Zakowski, and Michael Chilaka for forward. Gebhard. Was he fouled from behind by Polak? He was, and it will result in a yellow card. Polak, Zakowski, and Michael Chilaka for forward on the turn. Fouled from behind by Lee. The referee almost shrugging to say, what else can I do but whistle for the foul here on the turn. Fouled from behind by Lee. The referee almost shrugging to say, what else can I do but whistle for the foul here on the turn. Fouled from behind by Lee. The referee almost shrugging to say, what else can I do but whistle for the foul here